everybody, welcome to the third episode of She Hates Whiskey. She hates whiskey.
But I love him.
Yeah, so she's going to try to learn to like whiskey. So we're in the third week.
Yeah.
Let's quick recap. How are you feeling? How was your week?
I had a hard week.
She had a hard week. She had a difficult time doing her homework.
Yeah, we switched from ice cubes to putting the whiskey.
Yeah.
I know it's whiskey.
Yeah.
In the freezer.
Yes.
And
They made it cold and syrupy, kind of.
Yeah.
And it was kind of an interesting experience because her first few sips would be okay.
Okay, well it's very cold out, so the warm was nice.
And then as the coldness wore down and the burning of the alcohol built up, it was very difficult for her.
No.
So I was worried that we would have no hope.
So last night, I took a few nights off because I would just not mention it and hope he forgot.
But I kept track.
He kept track. So last night is like, you have to drink a gallon of whiskey tonight.
Yes,
and I was like,
that sounds just like me.
I had to drink a lot last night, and I was like, so I drank some wine. And then I drank my whiskey.
You drank a little bit of the whiskey from the freezer, and it was very difficult for you.
I hated it.
You just kind of were like, I want to drink something different.
No, you suggested that.
Okay, so I said, I think I would suggest that we put the Jameson stout, which so far has been our favorite, into the freezer to try in the future. And she said, well, let me just have some of it now, normal.
So I smelled it, and it smelled really good. It smelled really good. It actually smelled like a cappuccino candle I had in my youth.
Which is always a good sign of whiskey.
So I tried it, and I could drink it almost no problem.
It wasn't cold. It wasn't
reaction.
iced down or anything or watered down. It was just neat.
Yeah,
and she didn't hate it. In fact, I think you liked it more than the cold whiskey that you had before.
I think I just don't like that whiskey.
So she might not like that whiskey, so that's good.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I don't love it, and that's why it was in the freezer. Anyway.
Yeah.
But,
they can die in there.
So the other possibility is that she just likes Jameson, or she might just like Irish whiskeys, since they tend to be triple distilled. They have a certain quality that at least I've heard from a bunch of people they like. It's easier to drink, so they like Irish whiskey as a good entryway. So that might work for you. So today we thought we would take that as a jumping off point and try some things that she might like. So I got her a nicer pot still Irish whiskey green spot. Which is very traditional in the Irish style. And then since you like the Jameson stout version of the cask mates, I got her a little nip of the IPA so she can try that.
And if I like it, I can get these to carry around in my purse.
Yes. Anyway, so she wants to start off with the green spot because she's pretty sure she's going to like the IPA edition more. So we'll try that.
I smelled this one.
Yeah, so I was drinking this the other day, and I was like, oh, I really smell banana bread. And she smelled it, and she was like, banana bread. So let's see if we get any banana bread. I'm going to be drinking the Connemara peated Irish whiskey. No?
No banana bread this time.
I get it.
No, I don't.
No? Okay,
it smells bad.
Cheers. Give it a try
Cheers.
to Irish whiskey.
Okay. It's like, so some I sip and it's like an explosion of horrible fire in my mouth. And this one was more like sparks.
Sparks. Okay, so that's good. That could also be your palate adjusting to the alcohol.
It was more like sparks than a horrid explosion. I don't get banana bread anymore, though.
Okay, well, maybe it's just the moment, the right moment. Maybe you're focusing too hard. Sometimes when you're smelling, it helps to not be so focused in on it.
I was going to sneeze. I'm not. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's good. Like,
no
compared to 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like, because this is neat. Nothing added to it.
No sparks that time.
No sparks.
No sparks.
No burn. No. Okay. Well, let's move on to see
not too bad. I'm not too bad.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
It's nice and warm. It is cold. We had snow.
I'm not a huge Irish whiskey fan. I like it. It's fine. But she needs to find, if she's going to get into whiskey, and you might find this with other people you're trying to get into, if you find what they like, support that, and don't, try to push and be like, well, if you like Irish whiskey, you gotta love the most peated scotches you could imagine.
Which is the same thing I found with beer snobs. Not to call you a snob, but with beer snobs, you say like, oh, I like, this cheap beer, and you're like, that's not beer. That's terrible. You have to like super hoppy IPAs to like beer, and that is sometimes I'm that person.
Okay.
But you're not.
But the possibility, because I recognize, hey, look, at least they're drinking beer, so maybe someday they'll like something else, and right now you may like whiskey, or maybe not.
This is the right one, right?
Yep, this is the Jameson IPA edition, Caskmates.
Now, I like really hoppy IPAs.
Yes, and I don't think this is going to be a really hoppy whiskey. I have had it before, and I didn't find it to be super noticeable. The stout is much more effective at evoking.
I'm so ready to hate it, and I don't hate it. I definitely don't taste any IPA. Like the stout, I could pick up chocolatey, vanilla-y, coffee-y. This one, I don't pick up anything.
I mean, I do get some of like a citrusy floralness to it.
No, I just smell alcohol that burns. I don't get any.
I mean, it's very smooth.
That's true, because I hardly made a face. You face watchers are probably disappointed. My face fans.
Well, they're probably also rooting for you because they want you to love whiskey just like they do.
Oh, guys.
And I think that's actually smooth. That's pretty good.
Very smooth,
I'm actually much more than the last few times I've had that. I'm getting more of feeling like I'm getting a hoppy kind of a citrus. A little bit of citrus, a little bit of floral.
Yeah.
I
don't get that, but I could drink it in public without embarrassing you.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a resounding success.
Yeah,
so,
much better.
At the end of week 2 now, you are able to drink some whiskeys without going like that, which is really awesome. And we kind of are going to expand from here. So I think we're going to have you just stay purely in Irish land for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then maybe next week you can see her try something that is not Irish whiskey.
Yeah, and I can make my faces.
And she can make faces / be like, oh wow, actually I like this too. So we're gonna find out. So this week Irish only.
Breakthrough.
Next weekend we're gonna jump back out into some other realm, and we'll see if anything has come of that.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. If you like us, please subscribe. We have an Instagram account that Meredith has mainly been running, and we hope you'll come join us in the future. Best wishes to you all.
Bye.
Toodaloo.